Good afternoon and welcome to Kalyani Stadium. It's time for match number 21 of the I-League 23-24 season. Today it is TRAU FC who take on Gokulam Kerala, and it's a side in the form of TRAU who are still looking for their first win of the campaign versus a Gokulam Kerala side who are looking to get another win and take themselves to the top of the I-League. Lots of pressure on the TRAU side today, who are playing their home games from Kalyani Stadium, coming into this game on the back of a 6-0 drubbing versus Mohammedan Sporting, and it is high time that they get a win, but it's going to be tough against the Malabarians, who are hitting fine form of their own as well. A double header today in the I-League after a festive weekend. We wish all our viewers a very happy Diwali. Hope you had a safe weekend. And now we're back with a lot of I-League action, starting off with scenes from the Kalyani Stadium this afternoon. A quick look into the dressing room of TRAU FC. Not the best of starts to the season. They started off with a 1-1 draw versus Delhi, and then a couple of losses, a close one versus Real Kashmir, but it all went wrong versus Mohammedan Sporting a few days ago. TRAU finished 4th last season, Gokulam Kerala 3rd. So both these sides just separated by a few points last year. This time round, Gokulam Kerala starting off much better than their opponents today. Just the 1 point for TRAU so far out of 3 games, with a goal difference of -7. Here's what Nanda Kumar Singh had to say before the matchup. We will get back to that. And now Gokulam Kerala have been running rampant to start the campaign. A disappointing draw versus Interkashi, then a 4-1 win versus Neroka, and a 5-0 win versus Rajasthan. And it is the 3 Spaniards, Sanchez, Edubedia and Nili Perdomo, who are really hitting form for the Malabarians. This is them entering the stadium a few hours before kickoff. Lots of big names, including Komron Tursunov as well, who is now starting for them.
I hope to 3.
And now look at the warm-ups for both the sides. TRAU not playing at home this season, but Kalyani Stadium will be their home. Just an hour away from the city of Kolkata. Kalyani Stadium, along with Nayati, played host to a majority of the I-League a couple of years ago during the pandemic. So lots of teams are accustomed to playing here. A wonderful facility as well. And TRAU have had the number of Gokulam Kerala. Last season they did beat them twice. TRAU winning 1-0 and 2-1. And it was Salam Ranjan Singh who scored for TRAU, and now he dons the Gokulam Kerala colours. So he will be facing his own side. As we will bring you the lineups shortly. for Gokulam Kerala, of course, hitting form. 9 goals in their last 2 games, just conceding 1, 11 in 3. And their skipper, Alex Sanchez, with a quick hat-trick in the last game versus Rajasthan United. Komron Tursinov getting on the score sheet. Their experienced campaigner in Shrikuttan also finding form with goals, assists. And it is a power-packed side from Gokulam Kerala, who came ever so close to making it a hat-trick of I-League titles. But this time round, it is all about winning and getting promotion to the Indian Super League and following the footsteps of Punjab FC. And here we go as both the sides take the field at Kalyani Stadium. Deepu Roy is the official today, along with Somnath Banerjee, Bishu Das and Surajit Das. A few of the players who are not in the matchday squad watching on. Nice seats for them. And as the players meet each other, and we are a few minutes away from kickoff, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce my co-commentator for this afternoon, a certain Steve Habos, or also known as Steve Leon from Belgium, who has spent the last couple of seasons here in Kalyani, in fact, in Kolkata, in India, as coach of United Sports Club. Welcome, Steve, to the commentary box. And what do you expect from today's encounter between TRAU and Gokulam Kerala?
Well, I think, first of all, thank you very much for having me here. And then I'm betting a very exciting match, even if we look at some of the results that they had. TRAU will be triggered to, what they did in the last match to show much better than that result. And Gokulam is flying right now, so let us see how it goes during the game. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Thanks for that, Steve. And we look forward to your expert analysis as well. Having played for quite a few seasons in Belgium and having coaching stints in many countries around the world, it would be great to hear from someone like Steve. And there were the 2 skippers, Alex Sanchez for Gokulam Kerala, and for TRAU today it is Mithun Samanta, the experienced goalkeeper. And this is the Kalyani Stadium, Steve, which is more or less home for you, Kalyani. So it's a nice facility and it should be an exciting game to watch. TRAU not playing at home this season, Kalyani Stadium is their home. You think that will be kind of a psychological disadvantage for them, having playing their games in this stadium?
Yeah, absolutely think that. At the end, look, everyone wants to play at home. Everyone wants to get their supporters with them. It gives you always that little push, that little edge. And as you said, Kalyani is a wonderful place to play. It's a great facility, fantastic pitch. But not having your own supporters there, not having that rush of a last-minute push maybe, it changes your feeling as a player and as a coach. So I'm sure that TRAU is missing their supporters, and they would want to play at home. But this is how it goes right now. We welcome them at Kalyani for sure, and we hope to see a great game right now. So let us go and focus on the start.
Oh yes, we do expect some fireworks as we come out of the festivities of Diwali, and hope for a few firecrackers this week in the I-League. Some big games to look forward to. This one, the first, we have a double-header today, and this will be the first kickoff at 4:30 p.m. as we prepare for the first whistle from Deepu Roy. We kick off at Kalyani Stadium. It's TRAU taking on Gokulam Kerala, and it is Tidham Road Athletic Union attacking from the right to left of the screen in their red. Gokulam Kerala start off quickly. That is a cross into the box. It could be a chance, and it's goal number 1 already within 15 seconds. It's Alex Sanchez, and he's got number 7 of the season. There is no stopping Gokulam Kerala now, and TRAU have already conceded once. Samantha cannot believe it, and talk about fireworks. It's a happy Diwali for all of the Gokulam Kerala fans.
It's unbelievable. If you were going to see it in a second, if you see where Alex Sanchez is completely standing free in between two centre backs, you see already he's looking at the space right now, he's finding, he's watching, and then unbelievable, just freedom, great cross from the right side, and completely alone, just have to put his head, and it's 1-0 for Gokulam. What a start.
Absolutely a dream start for Gokulam Kerala, and this man with the captain's armband is in incredible form. 7 goals already within the space of, well, 3 minutes and 3 games and a minute. And what a way to start for Gokulam Kerala, just going from bad to worse for TRAU. And we mentioned how a crowd, a home advantage could have helped in these situations. But right now as a coach, you prepare for the game, you have a certain plan against the likes of Sanchez, etc. If you were Nanda Kumar Singh now, what would you tinker with in the side, or would you just let it be as it is?
No, look, whenever you go into a match like this, where you know that Gokulam has worked on such a level, where Gokulam is in such a form, in my eyes, you always have a plan A, plan B, and if necessary is a plan C. I think this is the plan C that they need to start, because immediately coming 1-0 behind, not being at home, yeah, you need to change, you need to see what is going on, and you need to already have thought about what is the possibilities to still get that game back.
Oh yes, definitely have to have plan A, B and even C sometimes for TRAU, because it's just a poor run of form. They didn't start off too badly. It was a 1-1 draw versus Delhi FC. After that, a hard-fought result, but the wrong result versus Real Kashmir. And then now trying to bounce back from a 6-0 loss is never easy. And don't forget, TRAU had a very good season last year. They finished 4th, just below Gokulam Kerala. Do you think that 6-0 drubbing is still playing on their mind, and that is why they perhaps have conceded very early in the game, probably the fastest goal in this season's I-League?
I think it's a possibility. Maybe when you get a 6-0 loss and suddenly you need to go and play against a team who is on fire, yeah, you need to know that it's going to be tough. You need to know that they are going to run forward immediately, that they're going to try to score immediately against you, because mindset is very tough now. It's very tough for the TRAU players. You see already next action, so it's very tough for them to build up on what they have to do.
Yeah, here come Gokulam Kerala again, another cross into the box, nicely tidied away. Here's Nofal, who did get that cross into the box. Many assists in last season's I-League for Nofal, and started off so well in the first 3 games as well. And this Gokulam Kerala side, we were speaking so much about TRAU, let's not forget Gokulam Kerala and how good they have been since they joined the I-League a few seasons ago. Back-to-back champions last year didn't go so well for them. This year, the way they have started with this man, Edu Bedia, dropping deep and kind of marshalling the midfield, they seem like an unstoppable force this season. And it's all down to those 3 Spanish midfielders and attackers. How do you think that plays a role in the way they build up their game?
Look, Gokulam is a team who likes playing out from the back. They have a very strong and experienced player with Edu Badia. Look, having 3 Spaniard players is always, you have that link together, you have that the same language, they know what they need from each other. It's always a surplus if you get a player like that into your team, and it's always gives you that little extra edge instead of having players from different countries, different languages, different setup. I'm convinced that having 3 Spaniards who know each other already, it is an advantage, and right now Gokulam is flying.
Oh yes, it definitely makes a big difference. And what you like about Gokulam Kerala is, even when Perdomo or Edu Bedia or Sanchez are not amongst the action, you have someone like a Nofal, like a Shikuttan, who gets into the mix. And that is always so important, because yes, it's good to have great foreigners in your team. That is the crux. But to have such a strong Indian core strength is also so important for Gokulam Kerala. Here come TRAU now, trying to build from the back. Decent string of passes. A bit of a touch here from Abraham, who has been quite bright in the start of the season for TRAU. Just hasn't had too much of support there. He plays a nice 1-2 from the right hand side. A good switch of play, but doesn't find the teammate there. There's Preetham, who likes to get forward. Now moving it forward is Abhijit K, who came on off the bench versus Naroka and was really good, and now finds a spot in the starting 11. And on the other hand, we speak about the foreigners for Gokulam Kerala. For TRAU, there is a bit of a mix. They've got Ibrahim Abalde from Senegal, Abraham Okiere from Ghana, and also Marcus Gonzalez from Brazil. So there could be a bit of a communication gap there. And you think that maybe will take a bit of time for them to get on the same wavelength?
Yeah, at the end, look, in Ghana, in Senegal, they both speak French most of the times. It's already a different language. It's a different kind of thinking. Brazil is more the Portuguese were speaking. So it takes time to click together. And what you see right now is that they try to find their two strikers up front. So it's a little bit of a different formation that they are playing. They're keeping more two players up front. They're trying to find them, but it's not that easy. You see that the spaces are quite big between defense and midfield. So yeah, if you don't speak the same language, you don't have the link with the Indian players, it's not that easy at the end. It's a bit more individual that they're trying to find the space. But if you have that link up, everyone can speak the same language, it always helps.
Yes, definitely. And for now, the only thing that the TRAU players have in common is that they have to get out of this rut. This could be a chance down the right-hand side. The first opening for TRAU. Can they get there? A decent interception, but the ball needed to be better. You can see that Ibrahim Abalde made a good run, but it was Abdul Hakku who stepped in and made sure to get there just ahead of him. Yeah, he was always going to be ahead of Balde there, but that is a lot better from TRAU.
Yeah, TRAU will get their chances. I'm convinced about that, because you see Gokulam is dropping down a little bit, which I didn't really expect even after the 1-0.
Oh, that's a great effort. As we were speaking about that, TRAU just starting off to get a few chances. What a shot that was from a distance. Abraham striking it very nicely, but then a very good save as well from the keeper, and it will be a TRAU corner now. Devansh Dabas with that save. Abraham, very dangerous. Looks like they were thinking of a short corner there from Carlos Pau. Alex Sanchez drops deep to defend this one, already scoring off one header. Can TRAU try and replicate it? Not the best of corners. And Comron will try and fend off Abraham, and he does just that. Could have been a better delivery, couldn't it?
Yeah, it should have been a better delivery also. If you're finally going a little bit in advance, you're getting some chances. Every corner needs to be dangerous. Every moment that you have, you need to get these chances out of there against a team like Gokulam.
Yeah, absolutely, and look at Edu Bedia taking the ball from almost his own penalty area, pinging it long towards the left-hand side. That's a decent ball, looking for Sanchez, but it is well dealt with by the TRAU defense. Don't want to clear it out first time. I like to build up and move from behind, but as you said, there you go, there's not enough space, and because Gokulam Kerala do play quite a tight structure, it's not going to be easy for TRAU, who will be relying a lot on the individual brilliance.
I think the spaces are too big right now. If you compare where Gokulam is playing close to each other, every 6-7 meters there's a player, it makes a difference. You see the TRAU is always trying to find a free man, but there's no one coming to get it, there's no one asking it. It's a problem. It's a problem, and they need to solve it. The coach needs to think about something to get it sorted.
Yeah, and you speak about the two coaches today. Nanda Kumar Singh from TRAU, who is very experienced, has taken TRAU, brought TRAU into the I-League. They had a couple of good finishes as well, and especially last season did really well again. So he does know how to tinker with these issues. It's just that it's not working so far. Perhaps with Abraham, someone in that midfield can take a bit of the load, because moving forward Abraham is very good. It's just a question of linking that defense to the midfield, something that Edubedia comes and does on his own.
But it's something that I know also. I know the coach is experienced. He's been working quite a long time already. Main problem that TRAU has had in pre-season was they started very late. Of course, you had to travel away. You need to come to Kalyani.
This is a chance for Naufal. Decent cross in. This could be number 2 for Gokulam Kerala. They're asking for a handball. No, says the referee. The question was asked of Pritam Kumar Singh, who wasn't really looking at the ball. So perhaps it wouldn't have been a penalty. Here's Comron. Looks for a dink in. Decent ball. Sanchez tries to keep it alive. And then it should be cleared away by TRAU, who don't want to put a boot through it. Want to build up from behind, which you've got to admire. And here they come again, trying to play it through. Balde makes a run. That's a good ball. Looks like the flag will stay down. And that's a beautiful nutmeg. This could be the chance that TRAU were waiting for. Good block again. And then the keeper comes out and does really well. That is the kind of build-up that we can expect from TRAU if they get those passes together.
I think it's those quick movements with the two strikers up front. They have the speed, they have the power. It's just that little moment that could have been better. Maybe the right pass, maybe a second player inside the box, because there's only one. Should have been a second one that he has two options. Right now it's only one.
Yes, it was Balde who made that effortless run really down the right hand side. Abraham linking him through. Only Pau was in the box. And just for a second now, Devansh Dabas will go down. It's been quite an electric 12-13 minutes so far. And we'll just get back to Devansh and see how he is. But for now, Steve, how do you assess the I-League so far? We've had around 15-20 games. Which teams are the ones that have caught your eye, and which teams are the ones who can improve slightly as we move through the campaign?
We're still very at the beginning of I-League, of course. 3 matches played. Some teams are on their 4th match right now. But I think the league table most of the times doesn't lie. We need to be honest about it. Mohammedan right now is first. They have a great squad. They play good football from the back out with an experienced coach in Indian football right now. You have Gokulam, who has done very good results in the last couple of years. Last year just not. You have at the other side, you have teams Rajasthan. Rajasthan is struggling. You have TRAU right now, and you have Neroka. Neroka a bit the same story as TRAU. Had to leave their place, need to go to a new place, find the way of training, change everything. It's not easy if you need to do a pre-season like that. So I'm convinced that these teams who are there right now, they will start doing better. But it's urgently. It's not a big competition, so they need to do it right now, because if you lose the first 5-6 matches, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, isn't it, when it comes to a league? And it's all about finding that form, finding the right formation, the right personnel, because we see players like Komran Tursunov who haven't really started but now is coming into the mix, and that all depends on when the foreigners come to India, when the pre-season starts. And TRAU Neroka just haven't had the right pre-season, but they do have the personnel. When they can get together, then hopefully they can string a few results together, just like they tried to string those passes. But it's won back again by Gokulam Kerala. And having spoken about Nanda Kumar Singh, now we move on to Domingo Cabrera, the Spaniard. And he's brought in 3 of those Spaniards. There is Edubedia going down. And how important is it to have a coach who also brings in players, as I'm sure you would like to do, brings in players who he can communicate with better and can even know better?
Football language is at the end, it's universal, but it's very important that some of the players immediately get how do you want to play, the formation you want to get, the attacking points, the defensive points. And with having a span,
And that should be another goal. Sorry to cut you off there, but it's just given straight to Gokulam Kerala. And is there anybody who can stop this man? It's the skipper who's on another hat-trick. Alejandro Sanchez gets number 8. And TRAU are absolutely stunned. And it looks like it's going to be quite an easy evening for Gokulam Kerala. They make it number 2.
it's a big mistake there. I don't know exactly what happened. I want to see the replay because suddenly he's completely free inside the box. Doesn't have to do anything, then just put it in there. Don't know where the goalkeeper is going because he's not coming from his line. So let us watch here what's happening. Ball is getting played. Goalkeeper is not coming. No communication. And a very simple goal from Alejandro.
Oh my goodness, it's going from bad to worse for TRAU. The easiest goal that Sanchez will score, and he's already got 8 this season, and he strikes a pose as well. And that pass came in from Clinton Kuman. He thought he was playing it towards Mithun Samantha, who left it. The left back also left it, and it's just a lack of confidence for TRAU. And unfortunately for the Red Pythons, they have been stung, and they've been stung twice by the same man in the form of Sanchez. Devansh still getting a bit of treatment. And now, Steve, it looks like it's just the confidence of TRAU. Having conceded in the opening minute, that is something that they shouldn't have experienced. And now giving away something like this, as we take a look at the chance they got as well. This ball was played towards Surajit, but he could not capitalize. So I think now the mindset has to improve for TRAU, don't you think?
Now it's going to be a very tough afternoon for them. Being 2-0 down after 15-16 minutes already. It's after a 6-0 loss in the previous game. You already, as players, you're going to start doubting yourself. You're going to have a moment of, what are we doing on the pitch right now? What do we need to change? They had their little chances. And if you don't score there, you give it easy away like this, it becomes a very tough afternoon. Let us hope that somewhere they find some magic up front and bring the batch back as quickly as possible. But look at these 2 goals, a simple ball in the middle, good cross from the right side. And second goal, in my eyes, is communication problem between an Indian player and a Brazilian player, not speaking the same language as you see here. Brazilian runs backwards, goalkeeper goes back in his goal. Both communicating in the same language, what we were discussing about the Spanish players, makes a difference.
Yes, and lots of the issues have to be addressed by Nanda Kumar Singh and TRAU, who are facing a couple of their former players as well, in the form of Salam Ranjan Singh and Komron Tursunov, both of them doing really well for TRAU. And this season donning Gokulam Kerala shirts. And Sanchez, of course, starting off so well. The issue for TRAU today is, before the game's even started, they are 2-0 down. And that is a big problem. Here's Abhijit, who plays that ball through for Sanchez, who will not get there. A couple of substitutes already warming up. So just not the best of starts. But for this man, Domingo Ramos Cabrera, he will be delighted with the way Gokulam Kerala have not only started this game, but the season as well. Now back pass this time, not as dangerous as the TRAU one. Pritham with the header goes forward. Here's Komron Tursunov, who has taken the I-League by storm ever since he joined. Good season at Mohun Bagan as well. Did really well at TRAU. This could be number 3. No foul, goes for it. But that is active goalkeeping from Mithun. And it was almost number 3 within the first 20 minutes there for TRAU. Here's Abhijit. Niliperdomo puts it through. Sanchez cannot shoot first time. And will have to settle for a corner perhaps. It looks like a goal kick has been given. Now, Steve, we were speaking about the Africans that are playing for TRAU in the form of Ibrahim and Abraham. In fact, both of them sound similar, one from Senegal, one from Ghana. Having spent some time in the likes of Ghana and Egypt and being around Africa, what do you think they can bring to the table for a TRAU side which are struggling?
Look, I know Ghana players and I know Senegal players most of the times, big, strong, good technical, a lot of ability. At the end, you need to finish your little chances in a match like that. You can be African player, you can be an Indian player. At the end, it doesn't matter. You come in front of the goal, it needs to be a chance, it needs to be a goal. Otherwise, you're running after the facts. And that's what you're seeing right now also. You see that Gokulam knows where to play that ball around. You have that smartness, you have that brain in the middle with Edu. It makes a big, big difference. But the players of TRAU, they have their qualities. It's sometimes that little chance is that little thinking of, I can finish this, I will do it for the team. I don't see the high press right now of both strikers. They're running a bit next to each other. You need to go and press together. It's not possible. You're 2-0 down. You need to go for it.
Yeah, and go for it is what Gokulam Kerala are doing. Another ball in. This time the Brazilian doesn't make a mistake. Pontes Oliveira Tavas gets there, and you can see that the TRAU bench is looking quite worried, quite deflated as well as they watch on. And just like that, we're almost halfway through this first half, and Gokulam Kerala are looking to put this game to bed very early indeed. There is Mithun Samantha, very experienced campaigner. He will have to deal with this corner coming in from Nilipar Domo. There is Salam Ranjan Singh, would like to get a goal against his former side. A bit of push and shove inside the penalty area. And a talking to for Salam Ranjan Singh from Deepu Roy, as Balde tries to keep him close. They know who the threats are. Here's Perdomo, puts it in, decent delivery. In fact, too close to the keeper this time round. Now TRAU move it down the left hand side, looking for some inspiration, as you said, trying to play those passes, losing it again, too far from each other. As you mentioned, Gokulam Kerala look like a well-oiled machine as compared to TRAU.
I think the pre-season that they've had, good working together, most probably around 8 to 10 weeks. I'm convinced that they've had that work from the beginning. It makes a difference in knowing where your patterns are, how do you run attacking wise, where you come and get the ball. You see this also, I see two players in the middle completely being free right now with three TRAU players on one Gokulam player. But if you can give your short passes and still have freedom, there's something wrong in the tactic, what they are using right now. And there's always a Gokulam player free, turning around without any pressure. Something needs to change there.
Oh, look at that. Great 1-2. Super move for Gokulam Kerala. Can they make it 3? No foul. Still has the ball. Sanchez for the hat-trick. He's missed it. And most of the players have their hands on their head. So does Domingo Cabrera. Because usually Sanchez never misses from there. No foul pleaded back towards him. His eyes must have lit up there. Sanchez looking for back-to-back hat-tricks. Good work from Fayaz initially. Samantha got a touch. And with Sanchez in that kind of form, you expect him to score that.
I think his mind was already on the match ball. 3 goals, he was already thinking, I take the match ball home after the match. But you see, even the best strikers can miss. They can get their opportunities, but again, the run too easy behind the back of the 2 centre-backs. It's a problem with positioning. It's a problem with following the running lines of Gokulam players. And yeah, again, it's the 3 in midfield for Gokulam who are making the difference, who are finding each other, and it's an issue. I think personally, with playing in a 4-4-2 more than in a 4-3-3, TRAU right now is creating a problem on their own midfield.
It looks like there could be something added to those problems because Abraham has gone down. Ooh, there was a challenge coming in from behind. Not the cleanest of ones. Abraham does stay down. And Balde just asking the ref if he saw that. Vidyananda also getting involved. And speaking of Sanchez, he got a hat-trick pretty quickly in the last game, scored his first goal in the 61st, second in the 74th, third in the 88th, and could have had a hat-trick within 24 minutes here as well. So could have got 2 match balls, as you were mentioning. I'm sure he will get more chances. This could be an issue here for TRAU, because they do have Sunil B warming up. He is a defender, Abraham is a midfielder, and they don't want any more issues, do they? Especially one of their best players going down.
I think they're going to also try to change tactic a little bit, bring maybe in an extra midfielder to be able to do these passes within a triangle in midfield instead of having just 2 strikers. Because I see that one of the 2 strikers is not always dropping back. I think that is what the coach told them to do. But I guess that's something in midfield. He will change something there. And then hopefully we can get a 2-1 and we can get a game again.
Oh yes, because for now, Gokulam Kerala will be thinking about one thing, that is keeping a clean sheet. Of course, they will get their chances. They've scored so many in the last few games. But now it's time to, I was going to say to put something into the box, but they decide to play it short. What do you think about that, Steve? Because you've got 2 big African players who can attack the ball. You've also got the Brazilian as their centre half. Now the ball does come in. It's a decent ball towards Balde, who should keep it alive and gives possession away. Would you prefer to just put something into the box there?
No, I think it's too early right now. I think, look, we're still in minute 25, 26. It's too early to go and just kick balls forward, put it in the box. Give them time to play, bring these balls behind the lines like we just saw. The control was not good, the first touch was not good. But I would prefer to keep playing right now. Let those long balls waiting for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of the game. If it is 2-1 or 2-0, right now keep playing your game. Keep playing your tactic, what you have in your mind, and let that ball go around.
Now, great insight there from my co-commentator, because that is how a lot of coaches will think. They've come with a particular tactic. You can stick to that, as you said. You can stick to your plan A for a while, and then maybe the rest of the plans can come after that. So great to hear these insights, which we will bring to you throughout this game and even the next one. Here's No Foul, who tries to use his speed, but runs out of space on that occasion. Couple of issues for TRAU, which they will try to change, as we see No Foul's ball just going off the line. He has been incredible, moving down the right hand side, getting an assist within the first minute of the game. Here's another ball through, attacking that channel for the time being. Balde making those runs, but as you said, he's always alone, so there's no other option for the TRAU midfield.
And being alone there with experienced defenders against you, it's never easy. You can bring top quality strikers there. It's never easy. You need to get that first touch right. You need to get your run.
This could be a chance for TRAU. That should have been number 1 for them. Someone has gone down. A shot comes in. Referee says to keep playing on. The Gokulam players are asking for offside. It's all happening. And within a span of a few seconds, many questions asked of the ref. Another ball is played in. But that was a huge opportunity for TRAU. We'll try and bring you that again. For now, Sanchez will move forward for Gokulam Kerala, and it is played out by Clinton. But what a big chance for the Red Pythons.
And again, a pass in between the lines. Like I said, that's the danger that TRAU can do. It's a goal that should have, and I think a handball if I see that clearly.
Oh yes, 2 big chances there for TRAU, but that should have been finished. Again, it was Abraham who made the run and played it through for Balde, who has to score there. He did get the first touch. There was a bit of pressure from the defense, but credit to TRAU, as you said, Steve, for sticking to their guns and perhaps finding a bit of a channel where they can exploit Gokulam Kerala.
It's been a couple of times already. Same pass right in between the centre back and the full back. Most of the times on the left side. And you see that they have a little bit the advantage there. Now it's just finishing your goal, finishing your momentum, and then we can have a game again.
Yeah, and we did mention that they do have Abdul Hakku and Salam Ranjan Singh playing at the back. They've also got Boba Aminu, the big Cameroon defender, who's on the bench today. So if Gokulam Kerala want to, then they also have him who can definitely steady the ship. But for now, for Gokulam Kerala, it's all about getting those goals early. You've got Komran Tursunov and the 3 Spaniards up top. Already got 3 goals. Sorry, a couple of goals, created a few chances. And then, if they want, they can bring in Boba Amino. Now again, a lot of possession for the Malabarians. Edu Bedia, who has had a lot of the ball this season. Here he is again, stringing a couple of passes together. Looks for the run of Komron. Almost finds him. Taken down by Nili Perdomo. Back to Komron, who asks for an overlapping run but doesn't get it. Abhijit. Beautiful ball retention here from Gokulam Kerala, and they can strike from any side. That is the beauty of their play.
And you see Edu every time looking around, trying to find that space, coming to get the ball, everything with his left foot. Quality left foot also. Always looking, where can I find that easy pass? And then striking at the right time, finding the run in between. Those are the dangerous moments. And this is what TRAU is trying to use also. But right now it's just not working. It's just not finishing enough. And their passes are just not good enough. But Gokulam has control over the match. Gokulam is playing out. You see goalkeeper, no stress. One touch over there again. Yeah, right now TRAU needs to find a solution.
That is Edu Bedia again. Moves it forward for Nili Perdomo. Looks for a 1-2 with Komran, who goes for the other pass. And Alex Sanchez is on a hat trick. He gets it past the keeper. Hits the post. No foul. Hits the other post. My goodness, Gokulam Kerala have not made it 3 yet, but they might have another chance. The offside flag goes up. And for a second, it looked all too easy. But both the shots hitting the bar, and Domingo Cabrera cannot believe it.
I don't know what our Brazilian defender is doing. Every time you see the space so big between the 2 centre-backs of TRAU, he's just letting Alexis Sanchez go. Should always be a goal. Second run again, should be a goal. It should have been 3-0 already. I think the match would have been finished, but maybe it's better that it's not a goal, because then we can keep going. We can see action coming up again.
Here's TRAU with Balde, this time carrying it forward, right in front of the ref. He plays a bit of an advantage. Should be kept in by Fayaz, who can cross it, decides not to. And now again Gokulam Kerala have been exploited. That's a good ball through. TRAU have another chance, good save, a tap-in opportunity, and now both the goals are leading a charmed life. TRAU with another big chance, they can't take it. And now Gokulam Kerala on the counter-attack. As we take a look at the TRAU players, quite dejected. Another opportunity gone there, Steve.
Yes, and right now, as you see, each team has had 5 shots. Again, like I said, on the left-hand side of the pitch, the run in between the fullback and the centre-back, every time dangerous. It's every time an opportunity for TRAU. But again, this should be a goal. This should be 2-1.
Oh yes, chances galore at both ends here at Kalyani Stadium. And if we're being very honest, Gokulam Kerala should have at least 4 goals and TRAU should have at least 2. So we could be looking at a bit of a goal fest here. We've already had a few of those this season. But one thing is for sure, Steve, is that defensively there is a bit of a gap in both the sides. For TRAU, it is in that middle channel where the ball is being played through. And for Gokulam Kerala, it is this right channel.
Yes, right now, attacking-wise, it's a fantastic game to see. Many chances, many opportunities.
Here come TRAU again, down the right, looking to exploit something. Decent ball in, should be cleared away, and it is by Nitin Krishna this time, who has a bit of a communication there with the keeper. This ball towards the 6-yard area, no one was making that run. Looks like it will be a corner, and you can hear from the mics on the pitch lots of communication which is going on. Small things like be ready, track your man. As we said, communication so important at every level of football. Here TRAU with their second corner of the game. Carlos Pau, who has been quite involved down this left, will take it. Decent delivery, a green shot gets there first, and Devan Zabas will take it and calm the situation down quite a bit. Yeah, Balde going for it, just losing his footing, and Hakku doing well to get on the end of that one. Looks like there will be a stoppage. Someone might have gone down. And looks like it could be a change. And Steve, it looks like it's going to be a double change here. Thomas and Sunil will be coming on. Pontes de Oliveira, the Brazilian, will be coming off. And I don't know if it's Pritham who will be following him. It will be Clinton. So both the players who are involved in that mishap at the back have been taken off. This is proactive coaching from Nandakumar Singh.
Yeah, I think indeed, as we've been discussing, centre-backs were having a problem in communication, I think especially. But it's a dangerous move, taking off your two centre-backs at once.
Yeah, and here comes the danger again from Gokulam Kerala. Come on, Tursunov. He can definitely strike one from there. Would have been a thunderbolt of a shot. And already with two fresh centre-backs, that's exactly what Gokulam Kerala are thinking, just putting a ball into the area.
Yeah, of course, they come cold on the pitch right now. They haven't played immediately. They haven't had that focus. There will be little moments of awareness that is not 100% there. So Gokulam is trying to get that third goal as quickly as possible right now that the game is finished. And we have to see how the two centre-backs will cope with that pressure coming off the bench, which is never easy, especially as a centre-back. You need to have your focus there immediately. You need to be ready to see what is happening. And with a striker as Sanchez against you, you need to be at 100%.
Oh yes, and just alluding to your point there, Steve, it's not very common, is it, to bring two centre-backs on at the very same time before half-time. Is that something that you would have usually risked?
Most of the times not. Most of the times I would have not done immediately two. I would have said maybe one and bring in an extra midfielder. But I think that the coach is believing in the system that he's playing, and he's just thinking that his centre-backs are not at 100% playing. We also don't know if they had a light injury or if they were maybe were a little bit sick. We don't have that insight there. But to bring in just before half-time, bring in two centre-backs, it's not an idea that I would do. But again, it's match by match. You make decisions at that point. You're standing next to the line. You're thinking, look, centre-backs right now is having a problem. I'm going to change it. Sometimes it's a moment as a coach, you make a decision.
Yeah, sometimes it is about spontaneity. And as I said, loving the insights here in this particular I-League matchup, as we have Steve Leon with us, United Sports head coach. Had a very good season this year in the Calcutta Football League, preparing for an I-League 2 campaign as well. Did really well last season in the I-League 2. As this ball is played through for Balde, Hakku should get there, and that is the channel which they were trying to exploit. Hakku does well to try and stop that. As TRAU move forward again, decent ball in, Abraham's touch lets him down and he leads with his studs. This could be the first yellow card of the game, and rightfully so. Crunching challenge there from Abraham, he goes to apologize. And that is a bit of frustration as well from the TRAU players just leaking onto the pitch.
It's a moment that sometimes could have been a red card also. It's something that he needs to be very, very careful. We're going to see ball goes too far, his first touch. I think that this could have been a red card. I'm not saying that the ref has to give it, but he's nowhere close to the ball.
Yeah, we have seen a few of those given. We had quite a few red cards as well last week in the I-League. And for the Red Pythons, that would be the last thing they want, is for one of their players to get a red. Hakku will stay down for the time being. As we get a bit of a breather here, Steve. 5 minutes away from half time. This is the time where, as a coach, you would be thinking about what you can change during half time, what you would tell the players as well. For Nanda Kumar Singh, he's already made 2 changes, so he might not change much as we see this foul again from Abraham. But he will definitely say something to his players at half time, Nanda Kumar Singh. What do you think it would be?
Well, if I was coach at that point, I would have told them immediately at half time, let us go and press in the first 10-15 minutes. It's 2-0 at the moment. You had your chances. It's not like you've been played away completely. You've had your chances also. Go and press, go for that goal, go and try to make the game even more exciting, because we've had a very good game, a very good attacking game, let me say, put it that way, a very good attacking game. So go and press for that 2-1, makes it a bit more dangerous in the back, but you're 2-0 down, you have 1 point right now in the competition, you need to go for it, you need to get that goal done.
Oh yes, absolutely. The pressure is on Nanda Kumar Singh, and that is why this half-time team talk will be so important, because he's had a few very good years in TRAU. They have finished quite high most of the time. When they came into the I-League, they finished 6th, then 3rd in 21, then 9th, which was a poor season just after the pandemic. Last season again, they finished 4th. So it's been better than usual. But this season just hasn't been the start, so that is why it's going to be important to see how the Red Pythons can try and get back firstly into this game and then get into a bit of form moving forward in the I-League. There is Edubedia finding Nili Perdomo, the Spaniards stitching it together, playing it towards Sanchez. 3 of them always finding each other. Down the left again, Edubedia always finds the pockets, whether it's between his own 2 centre halves or whether it's between the 2 midfielders. He's always looking for the ball, and as a central midfielder, that's so important.
That's the most important you can have. Someone in midfield who has the experience, who knows where to pass that ball, and then of course just he misses one. But that's your engine. That's the guy who can turn everything inside the game, put the tempo up whenever he wants to, put it back down. That's experience. That's something that every team, every coach wants. It's one player in that middle who can make the difference, who can make the change. And with Edu there, with the experience that he's had with ISL before already, now playing from in that midfield, you know that everything goes direction him. It's something that TRAU also, as a coach, you need to know that Edu there will try to get that ball around him, try to demand that ball the whole time. You need to get him out of the game.
Oh yes, and the main word which you pointed out there, I would say, is tempo. And what he's done so beautifully is just hold the ball when he needs to and then suddenly spray it. And it all depends on him. It's like he just dictates everything like that. He orchestrates it, if that could be the way to put it. Here he is again. This time pings it forward, realizes that there's a lot of space for Nufal down the right hand side, who cuts inside. Here's Nufal. A couple of challenges come in, and this could be number 3 for Sanchez. He's missed it again, but that was a very good save from Mithun this time round. But Sanchez could have had 5 today. He's only got 2, and he'll have to wait a little bit more to get back-to-back hat tricks. Here is Balde in the last minute of regulation time here in the first half at Cagliari, and Balde gives it away to Nili Perdomo. But after those first 2 goals by Sanchez, he just looks slightly off color in front of goal.
Yeah, it's like suddenly, I don't know where his mind is gone to. Maybe he's taking it too easy right now. It's 2-0. I've scored 8 goals already. But he's putting pressure on his team. Still, with only being 2-0, it could have been 4 or 5 already. That means that TRAU will still have that belief. They will still go inside, come back on the pitch and be at 100% ready. Sanchez needs to do better there. Yes, he scored 2 goals already. He's got on 8 right now. but he needs to finish these chances for his team. Then the game was done already, and Gokulam can already focus on the next one. Now they have a very tough second half still upcoming.
Oh yes, beautifully put there. 5 minutes added at the end of this first half. It could have been 5 for Gokulam Kerala, as we said. Could have been 2 or 3 for TRAU had they taken their chances. This one goes out of play. Nili Perdomo hasn't had too much of the ball today. And Domingo Ramos Cabrera giving the instructions from the touchline. Something that you as a coach also like to do, like to be very involved. There are different types of coaches. Nanda Kumar Singh mostly tries to be on the bench and on the dugout rather than issuing instructions. But do you think that helps, just being in the ear of your players here and there?
At the end, it all depends, coach by coach and team by team. If you have a very experienced team, you can always be a bit more relaxed from on the side. When you have a very young team...
This could have been a chance for no foul. Mithun plays it out from the back towards Sunil B, who's come on and calmed things down slightly for Gokulam, rather for TRAU. Another ball played through, but again that channel has been closed down by Gokulam Kerala. And here's no foul. Look for a 1-2. That's a poor challenge. The referee will come back to that, and that'll be another yellow for TRAU. I think it was Fayaz coming in. Yes, it was. So 2 yellow cards to add to the 2 goals that have been conceded by TRAU.
Poor challenge. Very poor challenge. Just have to stay behind his midfielder. Keep the press on. Don't go for a tackle at that point. There's no way you can get the ball. These are the moments of experience where you just push him on the outside, try to get the ball out and your ball back. And I think that's what Edu is telling right now also. Look, tackle like that shouldn't be the case, and we should be playing from that way out. So that's again the experience of an Edu talking to the referee, giving him his advice, telling what he should be doing, and it always helps. It helps direction coaches, it helps direction referees, and it helps your team.
Oh yes, we have seen the impact that Edu Bedia can have with ball at his feet, and even, as you said, just speaking and leading his side. Many leaders in this Gokulam Kerala side, that is so important, and that could be the big change for them this season as they try to win the I-League for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. Here is TRAU trying to make it 1 to get back into the game slightly. Good piece of defending. It will go out for a corner. Fayazuddin, the one who usually is better with his crosses. And now again Edu, just speaking to the ref, not sure why.
Must have seen something happening and gives his point of view. And most probably refs will take advice on it from players like him.
Here's Carlos Pau. Decent delivery again towards the second post, but Abraham's header went off a green shirt and straight into the hands of Devansh Dabas. 3rd corner of the game for TRAU. Yeah, and it did just flick off Nidhin Krishna's head. Abraham, as we said, has been really good. Slowly but surely finding their feet here, TRAU. It's just that first goal was so early on in the game, and the second one was just one of those ones where you bring yourselves down. You can see Nanda Kumar Singh under a bit of pressure there. He's been there many times before, and it will be his experience that can try and get TRAU out of this particular situation.
I'm convinced with the weeks that are going to pass, having had not the best pre-season, the team will get better. The movements will get better, the off-the-ball running will get better, but it's something that takes time. And if you, as a coach, you get your team very, very late, you get your players late on the training session, you need to move places. It's not easy to get these off-the-run moments, and that's something that I see a little bit on the TRAU team.
Yeah, well, TRAU do have 45 minutes to try and get back into this one because the first 45 minutes have not gone according to plan. Gokulam Kerala, courtesy of 2 goals from their skipper Alex Sanchez, have the lead at half-time here at Kalyani Stadium. Chances galore at both ends, but at the end of the day, it has been TRAU who have just been lacking a certain something. And Gokulam Kerala, with the likes of Comron and Nili Perdomo and Edubedia, Nofal and Sanchez, have been the better side. And let's take a look at the stats of this game in Kalyani Stadium. 36% ball possession for TRAU, a lot more of the ball for Gokulam Kerala. 6 shots for TRAU, 2 on target, 7 shots for Gokulam Kerala. Just the 3 on target, many of those could have been buried. 5 fouls for TRAU, which led to 2 yellow cards. One of them could have even been a red. 2 fouls for Gokulam Kerala, who have been quite reserved in terms of the tackles, and there were more corners for TRAU as well. Here are the 6 shots. 2 from Abraham, 1 from Pau, who has been good down the left. Fayaz also helping him down the left. Sunil and Suranjit. But there was also a big chance which Balde could have got on the end of. Gokulam Kerala, as always, Alex Sanchez with 5 shots. He scored 2. He's hit the bar. It's been saved by Mithun as well. Could have had a hat-trick and more. Comron and Nofal also taking 1 shot each. 5 fouls from TRAU. 4 from Abraham, 1 of them picking himself up a yellow card, and 1 from Fayaz, which also got him into the referee's book. 2 fouls only from Gokulam Kerala, Haku and Comron with 1 each. Lots of action in this first half. We started off 45 minutes ago in Kalyani Stadium, and before we could even get going, Nofal got things going for Gokulam Kerala. A deflected cross which fell very kindly for Alex Sanchez, and things have been falling very kindly for him in the last few days. He made it number 7 within 4 games for Gokulam Kerala this season, and you can see the celebrations also following that. Then Abraham took a shot from distance. It's a decent one. Good save from Devansh, who has been struggling with a bit of an injury. This was a big issue between Clinton and Thawa. Straight into the path of Alex Sanchez, as if he needs an invitation to score any more goals. And then a picture-perfect pose from him as well after a picture-perfect start. Then Nofal had a bit of a chance. He went past the keeper, set it up for Sanchez, who should have got 3, but missed 1. Comron with a great ball through for Sanchez again, who took it too wide, hit the post, and then the crossbar from Nofal. A couple of chances came in for TRAU as well. This one was the yellow card from Abraham, catching Hakku and getting himself into the book, as did Fayaz. 2 yellow cards for TRAU, who just have not had a half to remember. So that's how it stands at half-time at Kalyani Stadium. TRAU need to get back into this one. They trail by 2 goals to nil versus an informed Gokulam Kerala side. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a short break for second half action. Welcome back to Kalyani Stadium. We're here for match number 21, and it's Gokulam Kerala who have continued their fine form. They lead by 2-0 versus a TRAU side who are just picking up scraps here so far. Have created a couple of chances, but apart from that, defensively have not been the best. Mithun has made a couple of good saves. The woodwork has saved them. And as referee Deepu Roy blows the whistle, we start off the second half in Kalyani Stadium, where TRAU are trailing by a couple of goals and need to try and get one back. If they don't, then it could be another drubbing at the hands of the mighty Gokulam Kerala, who have created chance after chance. And I have with me Steve Leon, head coach of United Sports Club, who play in the CFL and also have had a good season in the I-League 2 last time round. With me, Steve, what do you expect from TRAU in this second half, especially with their two new centre-backs having played the last 10 minutes of the first half? Do you think they can get back into this game?
Everything depends on your first chance. If TRAU immediately can score, we're going to have a game again. If Gokulam does like in the first half and makes it 3-0, the match is done. So let us see right now what the instructions of the coach of TRAU was, what he has told his players to do. I don't immediately see high press, so maybe he has told them a little bit to go on the counter-attack, to use these spaces in between centre-back and full-back. But I'm expecting a little bit of pressing of TRAU, and hopefully we can get a 2-1 quickly, that we can get another exciting 45 minutes.
Yeah, 2 goals are never enough. Gokulam Kerala did score 2 in their first game, but they were held by a very impressive Inter Kashi to a 2-2 draw back in Kozhikode. Now Gokulam Kerala on the road here in Kalyani Stadium. It was Kalyani Stadium, Nehati, and then of course in Salt Lake Stadium, where Gokulam Kerala won the I-League and had a very good season. This could be it for Sanchez. It's been left by the keeper and the defense, but the offside flag comes up very late, and that is a bit of a relief as the linesman just confirms it to Sanchez. It was left by both defenders, and the keeper could have come up quickly, but luckily the offside flag saving them.
And it was again between the two centre-backs. So they've changed their centre-backs, and Alex Sanchez is again running in between. He's doing the same runs as he was doing at the beginning of the game. So I don't know of the substitutions making a huge impact, but he's still doing the same runs and he's still getting the same chances.
Yeah, what a season he's having, Alex Sanchez. There's Perdomo, who plays it to Bedia. Can have 2 hat-tricks in 2 games, Sanchez. And Bedia plays it out from the back. What a wonderful pass. Knew exactly where his player was. And now there's so much of open space for Gokulam Kerala to move forward.
And it's always that left foot of Edu Bedia. Every time left foot turn. He almost never plays with his right foot, but knows exactly what he's doing with his left foot. And if I can compare that a little bit 2 years ago with midfielder from Mohammedan, I don't know if you remember again the team that became champion the first time in CFL. Same midfielder, same left foot, same quality. At the end, you need to block that left foot. You cannot keep Edu Bedia letting him do these passes because you get in trouble.
Oh yes, and that's exactly what TRAU are trying to do here with Alex Sanchez, just getting a little too physical with the captain for his liking and for the bench's liking as well. Domingo Cabrera doesn't like it. Flicked on there by Balde. With someone like Edu Bedia, sometimes you have to just deploy one man on him. And TRAU have not done that. They have given him so much space. And if you try and put someone on him, he suddenly just sneaks away. And that is why he has been so dangerous, firstly in the Indian Super League for FC Goa, and now of course for Gokulam Kerala in the first few games of the I-League. That's not the best of balls through, looking for the run of Deepak Singh. And Devansh just killing time for a while. Hasn't had too much to do so far, Devansh. It's been that sort of a game for Gokulam Kerala. But as you said, Steve, one goal, one chance for TRAU, and it could all change. There's Bedia again. Abhijit, who also moves around a lot. Bedia. Back towards the right, not the best ball from Hakku. Bidyananda, who is also a very good player in the midfield, not getting very involved. Maybe if he can link up a bit with Abraham, then it could be a bit of more attacking creativity for TRAU.
It's like I'm saying right now, the space is a bit too big between your two central midfielders and your two strikers. I'm guessing that the coach wanted one of the two strikers to drop back every time, but they are staying up front. That means that Edubedia is getting his space to play, and what we notice is that Edubedia is being helped a lot by his teammate running all the spaces close, and that gives Edubedia the space to just stay there, look around, pass that ball, good first touch, and find the space.
Absolutely, very well spotted there. As TRAU give the ball again, they don't have that space to play with at the back. There's Bedia, plays it into the path of Abhijit, who he is bonding really well with. They're finding each other so well. There is Abhijit again making the false run, and see the way they're moving around each other. That has not been the case for the likes of TRAU, and having called quite a few games this season, there is a bit of a problem, almost being caught out there. Devansh, it's been given away. The cross needed to come in first time. It hasn't. And now TRAU will try to move forward. Here's Deepak. Under a lot of pressure, will get a foul. But Devansh almost getting himself into a bit of trouble there.
Edu is also getting all that space because of Abhijit doing all the running next to him. And it's that partnership that you need to find in a midfield. Someone doing a lot of the running, someone who can make that difference with a pass. And if you have that and your other midfielders of the other team is a little bit not finding the space, not finding the possibilities, you will always struggle.
Shahif with that foul on Deepak. This is Devansh almost getting caught out there by Abraham with the press. Then Deepak could have played it first time, decided not to. But this is the chance for TRAU. Two men in the wall. A good delivery here to put the keeper Devansh, who has just had a nervy moment. This could be the chance for TRAU to try and get back into this game. Abraham looks like he might take a shot. He does. And he launches that into the, almost into the stands of Kalyani Stadium. Quite disappointing from him.
You saw it in advance the moment he was looking. He watched 3 times at the goal. He tried to find a space with his shot, but at the end it's a waste of an opportunity. It's an opportunity where not too many chances already from corners and free kicks from TRAU. They've had their corners, they had more than Gokulam, but not one real chance created from it.
And here they come again down the right channel. That's a decent ball in, very well defended. Decided to go with the head instead of the feet, and it worked. But Domingo Cabrera can feel a bit of pressure here from TRAU. Pritham goes for the cross, but Nili Perdomo does well to close it down. Here's Sunil. Looks for a ball through. Doesn't find anything. And TRAU now will try and build from the back. Thomas. Pritham. Aimless ball through. That is quite disappointing from a TRAU point of view. And now Nili Perdomo can move it forward. They're playing a high line here. TRAU, they could be caught out. It's Sanchez who's on a hat-trick. And Sunil does ever so well to get back and make that block. Then once again, Sanchez missing out on that hat-trick opportunity. And Nofal plays it backwards. 6 short of the game for Sanchez. All of them very simple chances for someone like him.
And at the end, the same run, the same possibility. He always does it. It's always dangerous. But Except the 2 goals at the beginning of the match, he's been wasting too many chances, and that can be a problem for his team at the end.
Yes, Comron who takes a shot, and haven't seen too much of Comron Torsunov against his old side. Just runs in through the left hand side, makes a bit of space, got a challenge there. You like someone like Comron making those runs. This is his second shot of the game. Could have been a foul there from Thomas. But yeah, Alex Sanchez will be quite disappointed that he hasn't got that third goal.
And I think this one should have been a pass to Alex Sanchez. Because after the first dribble that he did on the right side, Alex Sanchez was on his left side free. Inside the box, simple pass to the left. Always dangerous. Very dangerous for penalty, very dangerous for a goal.
Yeah, Gokulam Kerala have been ever so dangerous in this start of the I-League. Goals galore from them. 2 versus Interkashi, 4 versus Naroka, 5 versus Rajasthan United. Only 2 so far versus TRAU, but if we're being completely honest, it could have been 5 or 6.
And it should have been 5 or 6.
Yeah,
Because that one opportunity, that one possibility can be very, very dangerous again for putting TRAU inside the game and giving them the explosion, the fitness, the power to maybe make it a game again. So they need to finish it, Gokulam. They need to finish the game. Right now they are still on a half 3 points. So let us see what they do. We see TRAU a little bit more pressing, but it's still no high press. They had a couple of minutes of a little bit of a higher press, but I think they're a little bit afraid of going too high with Alex Sanchez running behind them.
That is given away. Wasn't too much of a press. Here's Deepak. Chance for a cross in. Across the ground this time. Easily dealt with. Bidyananda with the touch. TRAU getting... Oh, that's a shot from distance. Or was it a ball through? Oh, in fact, he's found Deepak somehow. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass. But either ways, it was offside. And that chance comes to an end.
I think it was a shot. This was not a pass. This was not a cross to him. This was a proper try shot from 40-45 meters. But like I said before, it's too early to go and do shots from there. There is no point. You got 30 minutes to go. You need to keep that ball going. You need to create these chances with quick play. Shooting from there is a 1 out of 1,000 chances that maybe goes in, especially from that distance with a good goalkeeper. No point yet. Let them keep playing. Let them create chances. Much better as a team than going to do nonsense shots from everywhere and nowhere. You got 30 minutes, just over 30 minutes to go. Keep your game going.
That's a dangerous boot, but it looks like it's been given against TRAU. Balde wanted it his way. Let's take another look at it. It was a 50-50. And it looks like it has been given against Balde. It was Salam Ranjan Singh who was caught. Could have gone either way, that one. Yes, Salam Ranjan to Edu Bedia, who was never going to miss that pass straight towards Sanchez. It's like he knows exactly where all his players are. Edu Bedia has a map of the field in his head. Here is Sanchez again, dropping to the left-hand side. Goes for a dink in. Not the best of crosses, but the idea was right to try and find Comron. They're just looking for that second post run. No, foul was also there, but went for Comron instead.
And what you were saying about Edibedia is so important. It's having a map of all the players in your mind, knowing exactly where they are, knowing where they're running before even receiving the ball. And that is where the great players, the big players, make a difference. You don't always have to see them running a lot on the pitch, but they know where to pass, they know where to get that ball, and at the end, it makes it so much trouble for a player playing against that. you need to all really go and press on him, chase on him, get that left foot away from him, or you need to be closer onto the players who are doing the runs. And right now, TRAU is not doing both or any of them. So it's a problem that they're creating on themselves by giving that space to Edu and by giving the space to Alex to always do these runs.
Oh yeah, beautifully put there, Steve, as this ball is played towards the left channel. A bit of a chance now for TRAU. It's a good touch. Chance for a cross from Fayaz. There's no one home. And it's headed away out of danger for the time being. Vidyananda will shoot. That's a decent shot, but nicely taken by Devansh. As we see the ball possession, 63 towards Gokulam Kerala. Under a slight bit of pressure as well. As this shot came in from Vidyananda. Had a bit of dip in it, but dipped a little too early towards Devansh. And that just gives a bit of an idea as to what coaches would look at when they watch Gokulam Kerala play. You've got to stop Edu Bedia somehow, some way. You know what he's doing, but most of the teams have not been able to stop him. And that has been the issue for the sides playing against him. And of course, that's how good he has been. Here's Abraham as TRAU are having a lot more of the ball in this second half, which will do them a bit of confidence. But as you said, it's about getting that chance. Here's Carlos Pau into Surajit. Good turn from him. Vidyananda plays it backwards towards Thomas, who shoots again, and unnecessary.
It's again a waste of opportunity. I don't understand that they keep doing it. They got over 30 minutes, 29 minutes to go, extra time included. You have those opportunities, but when you get your opportunities...
Another ball is played through for Sanchez. That's good defensive work. Finally, a bit of physicality used by Sunil and Thomas, and it took almost both of them to stop Sanchez. Now ball played through. Offside flag is down, and that could be a sending off. It is a sending off. And just like that, this game has been turned on its head. Devansh takes down Balde, and now they're looking for the offside flag. Edu Bedia asks the assistant, and it's all gone south for Gokulam Kerala.
That at the end is a phase that we need to see. Was it offside? Was it not offside? Everyone is complaining about it, but you cannot complain about the red card if the linesman didn't put up his flag. You need to know as a player that you need to keep going. You need to focus on what is happening. You cannot think, is it a left, is it going to be an offside flag or not? Your focus needs to be there on keeping that ball. If you've seen yesterday the match of Liverpool where Salah scores the header, he does the same thing. He doesn't care about what is happening around him. He finishes the goal, will wait on the VAR, no VAR, ref will decide, and at the end it's an extra goal. Here the same thing, the goalkeeper, he sees the striker coming, he needs to think, is it, what are we doing right now? Is it offside? Is it not offside? That's not in his mind. He needs to stop that player from scoring. And now you get a tackle, which is always a red card. It doesn't touch the ball. This is a problem now for Gokulam. We will see what they will change, who they will take off. But that's a mistake for me of the goalkeeper.
Oh yes, wonderfully dissected there, Steve. And Devansh, you've got a feel for him because his defense played a high line. They left Balde all alone and they stopped. And now this is an opportunity for a very experienced Avilash Paul, who needs to get his boots tied, get his tape on, and as a keeper on the bench, where he has been quite a few times in his career, has the opportunity now to come on and man the sticks for Gokulam Kerala as they make a few changes. It looks like Sanchez is off, so is Comron, and everything has turned on its head here, Steve.
Yeah, I think right now we're taking off Sanchez, we're taking off Comron. They are bringing in, I think, another striker right now to go and play with one striker up front to go and run behind the lines even more, fresh legs. And I think Gokulam is going to play on the counter right now. Block it down, it's still 2-0. Bring those balls over the lines from Edu Bedia. And you're going to have the runners even more, making it difficult on the defense of TRAU. But as a goalkeeper, it's never easy to come on like this. You're cold. You need to be ready immediately for a free kick here, which can be very dangerous. But again, TRAU cannot go and start shooting from everywhere. Now you're playing against 10 man. You got 25 minutes to go. You need to play that ball around, and you need to get these chances within the box where it is much more dangerous.
Oh yes, TRAU have a big chance now. It's Bidyananda who stands over it. And Avilash Paul, with all his experience, will be manning the sticks for Gokulam Kerala. 25 minutes to play. This is the chance for TRAU. Bidyananda takes a shot straight into the wall. Another shot can come in. It's not been taken. And Justin gets the touch. And just to confirm those substitutions, it is Justin Emmanuel, the Nigerian, who comes on along with Avinash Paul and Comron and Sanchez, both off. And now we will see a lot of this from Gokulam Kerala. A bit of time wasting just to kill any kind of momentum that TRAU will try and create. It is Mohammad Shahif who goes down.
So I think right now they're going to play in a 4-4-1 with Justin up front. Edu is going to try to bring the balls, try to get these runs behind, knowing that Justin, very quick player, has that possibility to do these runs there. So he will stay more up front. Edu will keep the ball under control, and at the right time will come these balls over. The rest of the team will do their defensive work. That's what I think will be the game plan of Gokulam right now.
Oh yes, and Justin had a very good game coming on from the bench versus Neroka. Won a penalty, scored a goal, and if there's someone who you would want as an outlet, you would want the big Nigerian forward in the form of Justin. And you have to say, Steve, as well, speaking about goalkeepers, speaking about experience, no one would know this situation better than Avilash Paul. He's played for a lot of teams, including Pune FC, East Bengal for a while, Kenkre on loan, Aizol, ATK Mohun Bagan as well, but most of the time as a second keeper. This time, it will be his opportunity, firstly, to put this game to bed, to bring a bit of composure to the side, and then, of course, play the next few games because Devansh will be missing out. So, a big opportunity here for Avilash Paul.
Yes, I'm sure that he will get all his experience on that pitch right now. Having played with these teams here, the big teams in Bengal, for an example, he knows what he needs to do. He knows how to control that game. I don't want to talk about wasting time, but I'm sure he will do it where necessary. So at the end, he will get his chance right now, and we will see how good he can bring that.
He might have to be called into action here. Carlos twists and turns and then gets a cross in. Again, Hakku goes for it. Avilash needs to go, punches, and eventually will just take it down and calm himself down and Gokulam Kerala, because that was not the best of headers out from Hakku.
And it was also not the most secure goalkeeping right now for your first one, because there you need to have that ball immediately. He hits it on the head of the striker. Can always be a bad rebound and can be very dangerous.
And Justin goes down there, brought to the ground by Sunil. Just a bit of a challenge. After dealing with Alex Sanchez for a while, now Justin comes on. It's not going to be easy. There is no foul, who's very quick as well. Goes for a cross in. Nicely taken there by Mithun, who is also very experienced. Has played for Mohammedan Sporting before, Real Kashmir as well. A stint at East Bengal. Was at TRAU before that. Played quite a few years in the Calcutta Football League as well. So both these keepers will be knowing each other as well, so we might have a bit of a chat between them after the game. But for now, there is Mithun leading the side, of course, today. As we take a look at that cross from Naufal, straight into the hands of the keeper. And Steve, there's also an option on the bench for Gokulam Kerala, I beg your pardon, to bring on Boba Aminu. He is there, so if you need a big centre back who can just close the game down, he is certainly an option, maybe slightly later in the game.
Yeah, right now I would wait another 5 to 10 minutes maybe. I think I see him warming up, so there could be indeed that idea.
Here's Nili Perdomo trying to put the game to bed for Gokulam Kerala. It was a very good ball into the box, but the final touch was not met by Naufal, who's usually the one crossing those in.
Look at the space again. Look at that space between the two centre-backs inside that 6-yard box. I don't understand again that defenders are not coming there. One of the strikers should have run inside in that area, because that immediately is a goal-scoring opportunity. These kind of chances, this is where, for an example, you miss the experience of Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
He would have been in that space there, and that would have been 3-0 a match finish. So right now, TRAU needs to find a solution to score a goal. You see that Gokulam is taking their time in their game. They're not pressing, but they are still creating more chances.
Yeah, good ball from Salam Ranjan Singh. Another cross from Naufal, straight into the hands of Mithun. 2 in a row from him now, as he looks to the sky, wondering where his crossing is going wrong. A bit more curve on it, and Justin could have had a tap in.
Right now his crosses are just on the goalkeeper. Crosses not going just outside the 6-yard box. Cross needs to be going in different zone. Players need to know each other where to run. And right now you see that Justin is not been playing that much on that position, because then he would have known where the cross is coming and where he needs to run. 2 times the cross is on the same position. 2 times the cross, the goalkeeper can just take it in his hands and do a counter-attack for TRAU.
Here's TRAU playing it backwards. Bidyananda, who has shot from there, decides not to. They will have a bit more space here, but they've got to make the most of it. And sometimes we were speaking about a bit of luck. TRAU have somehow stayed in this game. It's only 2-0. Now they're a man ahead. This is the best opportunity for them, Steve, to get back into this one. Here's Bidyananda, plays it wide. There is the man advantage, and it's offside. Carlos cannot be offside in those positions.
These kind of moments you need to do better. You absolutely need to do better. You need to run open on that line. You need to ask the ball. You see he was already coming to the inside. 2 players who were completely offside even. He should be looking where to run. Wait 1 second. Ball is going to come. There is no defender onto him. And then do the run direction the goal. No, he wants to run already immediately. Yeah, experience is very important there.
And now on the other side, a chance for Gokulam Kerala. The defense comes to the rescue. Sunil and Thomas have been wherever they need to be after coming on. There have been a few gaps, but they have been better than the previous pair that was occupying that space. Justin again with the run in. And now it should be another corner for Gokulam Kerala. Nili Perdomo will take it. And we've said for so many times in this game, Gokulam have not put the game to bed. And now they have given TRAU a sniff. Nili Perdomo will take corner number 2. And now Justin will get a talking to, along with Thomas as well. Perdomo with a cross in. There were a couple of green shirts, but no one got on the end of it. Naufal is always going to beat Vidyaranda to a sprint race. Could get the ball back here from Nidin, but he decides to keep possession. And there is Edu Bedia, who makes a miss pass, but it will be a throw-in for the Malabarians again. Here is Bedia. In this last 15 minutes, Steve, it will be him who will, as we say, dictate the tempo and just close this game down. for Gokulam Kerala. Lovely ball towards Lily Perdomo, who's offside and then smashes it into the stands.
And it's up to the players of TRAU to stop that left foot of Edibidia. As you see, he does everything with it. First touch, dribble, turn around, play that ball deep. Everything is with his left foot, because if you can block that, at least you can recover that ball as quickly as possible. You got an extra player, you can go forward immediately, you can create those chances. And right now they are leaving his left foot alone. No, they need to block it. You need to know that his left foot is so dangerous. What I'm also thinking is right now there's still 2 strikers on the bench for TRAU. I think at a certain point coach needs to start thinking about maybe bringing in some extra legs up front.
No, definitely. He does have the likes of Sam, Robinson Singh and also Malem Gangba, who can bring on. TRAU have got to try and go for it for sure.
Yeah, it's 2-0. It's 2-0. You're losing. You got 10 players. Only thing you can do is right now you can lose 3-0, which doesn't matter, or you can try to go for a goal, and who knows what the last 15 minutes bring.
Oh, definitely. And Gokulam Kerala, as I said before, thought they had the game done versus Intakashi, and then there was an equalizer towards the 90th minute, and that was at home. Here on their travels, Gokulam Kerala with 2 goals are never safe, but Nili Perdomo has a bit of a space here, doesn't play the ball towards Justin, holds on to it for a bit. Edubedia decides to just hold on to it a little while longer, and he has had a great career. Edubedia has spent time in Spain with a lot of big clubs, namely Racing Santander, Zaragoza, and also time with the Barcelona B side before plying his trade with FC Goa in India, and of course leading them to the ISL Shield title in 1920 and also a Super Cup.
And this experience is what he's taking with him. Playing in La Liga, playing in La Liga B, it makes you a different player. Tempo is on a high level. And what we were just talking about, bringing in strikers, I see already one of the 2 strikers getting ready here to come on. That's what I would do as a coach, just the same thing right now. It's all or nothing. Losing 3-0, losing 2-0 is the same thing. It's 0 points. So TRAU needs to go for it.
Oh, definitely. Here is Nofal, who has got his fair share of assists in this campaign already, and also got 6 last season. No foul, says the ref. Here's no foul. Can he get to it? No. It is cleared away. And that just shows the creativity for Gokulam Kerala this season. They've got Comron, who's now, of course, taken off. He got 7 assists last year. This man on the ball, Nofal, got 6. So lots of creativity. And then you add someone like Edu Bedia and Nili Perdomo into the mix. No wonder someone like Alex Sanchez is getting goal after goal.
Alex Sanchez just needs to do the right run, get that ball over the defenders, get inside the box, and he will always create. And if you have the experience like he has, because he also played in quite some good teams, he also played on that level like Edubidia, you will finish your chances. Today he only scored 2, should have been much more, but it's 2-0, so at the end he's had a good game.
Yeah, and we were speaking about firepower on the other side of things. Here is TRAU making a couple of changes. It is Morang Them Malem Gangba who will come on, and it looks like Balde is coming off. When you need a goal, you're taking off your big Senegalese striker, and Danish Aribam is also coming on. So someone like Balde, who's got into the right spaces, just hasn't got a goal so far, is off. There is Edubidia, goes for a challenge once and then twice. It was the second one where the referee decided he needed a yellow.
I think it's very smart defending what he was doing there. Small little mistake, small little foul there, halfway the pitch, not worthy of a yellow card. Lose some time again, get your team together, all on tactic, getting them ready in front of the goal again. Very smart player, very smartly done over there. And as we've seen right now, coach has brought in an extra midfielder and an attacking player. I'm trying to see how they've changed in formation. Right now, I don't see too many changes. I think they're still playing in a 4-4-2. But maybe that brings one of the two players up front a bit deeper and the other one dropping back. But again, on the left side, missing and going into an offside. Can't happen at this level right now.
Oh yes, that's for the second time that TRAU have been caught offside on the left. And now it looks like a change for Gokulam Kerala. It's like a bit of tactics now. You would know it as a coach. Sometimes it's just a tinker. Once one coach does something, the other one does something else. And now Srikuttan, VS, who is so experienced, but is not starting in the last few games, comes on and replaces Nofal. This was the offside again. And that is poor once again from TRAU, because you can see the entirety of the line and still being caught offside.
And this is experience. This is training on it every single day. This is knowing where to run at what moment, doing 2 steps backwards, moving at the right time forward. But you need to be looking, you need to be looking in front of you, what is happening, where is the line of the defenders, where do I need to get to receive that ball, not on an offside line. And right now you see that the wingers are not doing that properly, and every time they're getting into an offside.
Yeah, and that plays on your mind, and that's where the missed touch comes in there from Fayaz. And once again, just have to mention how great these small little pieces of information coming in here from Steve Leon, Belgium coach who has been coaching for 14 years and very experienced, had a playing career in Belgium as well. And for any youngsters who are watching, this is what coaches are looking for. Certain small things. Sometimes we think it's all about the shooting and the passing, but it could also be off the ball movement, reading of the game, anticipation and stuff like that, which the coaches tend to notice.
It's something that, especially when you've worked in different countries and you've worked with different players at different levels, main thing you're watching first is a couple of basics. How is your first touch? Where is the ball going, the control? Where is your pass going?
This is a chance on the left. We'll come back to that. It opens up nicely for TRAU. Cross is not the best one at all, and Ili Perdomo goes there to cover it and does really well. And yeah, speaking of going to different countries, Steve, we've been to the UK, Ghana, Mali, Egypt, Vietnam, Seychelles, Italy, you name it. So definitely you know exactly what you want to look for in a player.
It's part of an experience as a coach also. Always worked with a lot of young players, try to develop them on a higher level, which with the academies that I've worked and with the clubs that I've worked, if I see right now some of my players played in the World Cup, in the last World Cup, I have players right now on Premier League level, Bundesliga level. This is what I want to try to get in Indian football also. And there is a lot of talent, but it's these basics I was talking about. Pass, control, your first touch, and the space. Where to run, where to get that cross.
That is a decent cross. TRAU still not being able to get a shot and kind of test Avilash Paul. That has been the issue for them. But good defending from Gokulam Kerala. Here is Sunil again towards Vidyaranda, who doesn't have a cross towards the left-hand side. And another poor ball. There was no one running, but still went for it.
Most of the times it's that touch that I'm talking about and that space that I'm talking about. If you look at the players of TRAU right now, it's 3, 4, 5 touches. And right now you need to get going very quickly, because Gokulam will come back into their formation most probably with Justin up front, 4 and 4 lines. So that means 8 players in the back waiting. You need to go quicker. You need to go around 1 touch, 2 touches. And that's the strength of Edubidia, that's the strength of the players of Gokulam, and that's what we're missing a little bit in TRAU right now.
Oh, definitely. Gokulam Kerala have built a great side, but even individual brilliance can get you only so far. What they have been doing is playing as a team, and that is why They have been so good. Here they are again looking for number 3. She could turn, plays it towards Abhijit. Good piece of defending coming in. Mithun does well to take that catch. And with 6 minutes to play, it's looking quite damp here for TRAU. They just haven't pushed enough, as you said. Good piece of defending there by Salam Ranjan Singh, who comes in against his old side and will be looking to get a clean sheet playing against his former employers.
And you see the 2 lines I was talking about, 2 lines of 4 players for Gokulam waiting already, even Justin running back right now also. So they are just waiting on the counter-attack. They will hold that ball and try to get a 3rd goal on the counter. Right now, TRAU is just not bringing enough to make it dangerous. They had a little bit of opportunities, but I don't think that goalkeeper of Gokulam already had to do 1 save. So it's just not good enough. It's just not that finishing touch, the 100% that needs to be there to score. They haven't shown that TRAU right now.
And that has been the issue for them, as I said earlier, only scoring against Delhi FC. Apart from that, no goals versus... Oh, that's almost gone out. Yes, it has gone out. That is poor once again. So they've not scored versus Mohammedan Sporting, neither did they score versus Real Kashmir. Just got 1 goal against Delhi FC from Lytton, and it has been really, really poor from them. Again, giving the ball away, and that forces now Nanda Kumar Singh, who likes to be in the dugout, onto his technical area.
And it starts playing in your head. Not scoring goals, not finishing, having the chances in the first half, having the opportunities. It starts playing in your head as a striker also.
Yeah, it has been a dry spell for TRAU, but Gokulam Kerala, on the other hand, have scored lots of goals. That's the ball in. It's dropped by Samantha. And yeah, it was a foul. Just leading into it. A bit of a push on the keeper. And they've given the ball away again. Here's Justin, who shoots with his left foot. The deflection takes it over the top. They've given the ball away again, TRAU. And even with 10 men, they are just not looking the part today. And Mithun also knows that.
It's the communication part. You want to go play very quickly suddenly. You're not talking to your defenders. We will see it here. There was a small foul on the goalkeeper. It was a foul, of course, no problem. Takes the ball, wants to go quickly. And at the end, he struggles with communication direction his centre-backs.
And with that, Gokulam Kerala will get another corner. Same thing happens here. Mithun just gets a bit of a touch on it. Shikuttan will hold on to possession. That is the game management we were talking about. That's his experience. Just keeps it there for the time being. Sunil does really well. And then a foul comes in from Nitin Krishna. They know exactly where to make those fouls, do Gokulam Kerala, in this part of the game. Carlos and Sunil going for it, then Nitin just stopping him. And we were talking about TRAU, Steve. It's not going to get any easier for them. This coming Sunday they play, that's another shot from distance. This coming Sunday they play Shirdi Deccan. Then they visit Churchill Brothers and Shillong Lajong. So it's definitely not going to get easier for TRAU's side, who are struggling already.
Very tough first part of the season. If you look at it at the end, you need to look at what they've played against already, what they are going to play. Playing against Trinity, again, at the end, it's also away from home, even if it's a home game. Then going to Churchill Brothers in Goa, another away match, a very difficult match in Shillong, which I know we played last year also. A lot of crowd, a lot of people supporting, which we discussed at the beginning of the match, how it can help you. Well, this right now, you're playing against 10 players. Now you need to imagine that they play at home, maybe in front of 10, 15,000 supporters. It would push you forward. It would give you that little boost. Yeah. Now there is no one really to support you. It's difficult playing, and it will be a difficult season for TRAU.
Oh yes, and very unfortunate for them that they will have to play away from home. But speaking of that, Gokulam Kerala, who started their season with 3 home games, are on the road for a while now. First this game versus TRAU, then they also play Shillong Lajong. That should be a foul against Justin. He's done really well to hold on and just get those fouls alongside. And that will be a yellow card for another TRAU player. It's Thomas Singh, as it's the 8th foul of the game. Just holding on to Justin, who did really well, in fact, to get that header. So Gokulam Kerala will travel to Shillong Lajong. After that, they face Churchill Brothers at home and Namdhari at home. So, as you said, in the I-League, you don't really have any easy fixtures. It piles up one after the other. But what's important is to get a good string of games and a good string of wins together. And by the looks of it, Gokulam, after 1 draw, might be getting 3 wins in a row. So that's good for them.
And it will give them the boost to travel the next match to Shillong. It will give them the boost in knowing what they are doing. So at the end, right now, they would be leaders in I-League. So for them, yeah, they know where they have to go.
Oh, that's a good try from Edu Bedia. You just can't keep him out of the game. That would have been a spectacular goal. I think Mithun got a touch on it. We've seen these a few times from players in the past. But Edu Bedia, with that free kick, will be coming off. And once again, we have to say, a sensational game from the Spanish midfielder.
Played very easy. Relaxing football, walks around on the pitch, passes the ball where he needs to. At the end, is thinking much further than most players are, and that makes a big difference. It's that thinking process we had a talk about before, the brain, mapping your brain, knowing where the players are, knowing where the space is, and he's got that on a high level, and it helps you as a team.
Oh yes, and Nili Perdomo also making way. Another good game from him. Didn't create too many chances, but was always there, and that is great from Justin. He has to be brought down again. No foul given by the ref, though, even though there was a bit of a scissor challenge. And as we were seeing, that substitution, 6 minutes of added time, has been pulled up by the 4th official. But TRAU are not getting any closer to scoring. Rishad and Saurav, names who have been eminent with Gokulam Kerala, are brought on just to put this game to bed. 2 experienced Indian midfielders as well, who have been in Gokulam Kerala for a while. Here is Justin. Look at that power, and then playing it towards the side. Chance for a cross, but it hasn't been taken first time by Saurav. Holds on to possession and then eventually loses it.
In a team, it's so important to have experienced players, to have some young players. It needs to be a good mix. And that's what you see with Justin. Still a young player, a lot of energy to go and run up front. You have the experience behind you for the players who can bring that ball. It's so important to have the right mixture in your team. And it makes a difference when you as a coach know, okay, maybe I don't know the answer 100% on the game right now, but my players are thinking also. They can give me what they are feeling on the pitch. Because as a coach, you cannot always see everything, and they will see what is happening. They will sometimes give you some information, and that will help you again to make a substitution, to make a difference, to press the game towards a 3-pointer. Very, very important to have the right mix, and I think Gokulam has that this year.
Oh yes, that's for sure. Pau struggling there. Abraham does well to get through it. And that is exactly how Gokulam Kerala won back-to-back I-League titles. Another ball is played through. Avilash comes for it, misses it. That's the only real involvement he's had so far. With a couple of punches, misses that one, but no real issue there. Here's Shikuttan, who will move forward, but loses out possession. And that mixture of youth and experience, as you said, Steve, will definitely take Gokulam Kerala far in this I-League. Whether they will win or not, that of course depends on how things work out towards the end of the season. But for now, it's been a great start for them, and already scoring 13 goals in the campaign, and could have had a lot more than that. Last season, Gokulam Kerala got 35 points. They scored 24 goals. But this season, you can see that they're already a more attacking team. And that is something that will be very important for them this year.
It's at the end the partnerships that you create before the competition start already in pre-season. And like we discussed with having 3 Spaniard players, Spanish coach, most probably also Spanish assistant coaches, they all work together. They find a solution what they are doing. They know what they can use on the pitch. And if you can start the pre-season very early with all your players, it makes a big difference. It gives you the solutions already on the pitch. Everyone knows where to run. Everyone knows what to do. And that's what you see in Gokulam. The ball goes around. They are not panicking. It's 90th minute past already. Playing with 10 players. No panic at all. Keep that ball going. Find your solutions. And even still having more chances than TRAU has created means you're a very strong team. Like you said right now, does that mean you win the title? No. There are other teams who are very strong also. Thinking about Mohammedan, thinking about Trinity, who started very well also. But it gives you a chance to win it.
Oh yes, and what you said there is they didn't panic. They've been so composed throughout the 90 plus the 5 minutes that we've played, 1 to go. TRAU have just not looked like they were going to get a goal. The only time they came close perhaps was in the first half and in the second half when Devansh had to make that challenge. And now, even with 10 men, Gokulam Kerala have been, if not the better side, but the more composed side. And here they are with Shikutan down the left-hand side. Last few touches, he will take it into the corner like Justin did in the last move. Good challenge comes in. Shikutan somehow manages to keep possession, and Gokulam will hold on to this and most likely hold on to the 3 points, Steve. And your first stint in commentary today?
Yes, my first time. My first time indeed. Was good, was fun. I think we saw a good game, especially first half was fantastic to see both sides up and down every time. So yeah, I enjoyed really, and I'm already looking forward to the next one.
Yes, don't go anywhere, because as we see this foul on Justin from Sunil, we have a double header for you today in the I-League. Within a few minutes time at 7 p.m. we kick off Rajasthan United versus Churchill Brothers. Both sides who have not been playing as well as they would have liked, especially Rajasthan United. And it will be very interesting to see how that game also progresses. And Steve will be joining us for that game as well. So don't go anywhere, because his insights and the information and knowledge that he has brought to this game, to the rest of the games, and also to Indian football in general and to Calcutta football is something that we are really grateful for and look forward to more of the same as the full-time whistle goes in Kalyani Stadium. TRAU have met another match in Gokulam Kerala, and it's Alex Sanchez's 2 goals in the first 16 minutes, which gives the Malabarians an expected and a well-deserved victory versus a side, Steve, in TRAU, which need a bit of a rebuild.
I think right now they have had a bad start. They need to reshape a little bit, find solutions for the next match, because they need to start bringing points together. Right now they are at the back over there, waiting at the bottom of the league table to get their wins together. You see some heads going down already, so coach will need to bring them together and get a fighting spirit for the next couple of games. Maybe it needs to look a little bit less footballing wise and a little bit more direct, but you need to get points together.
Oh yes, they definitely have to try and bounce back from this one. To TRAU, only 1 point, and it's just them and Naruka who are on 1 point. Rajasthan, who will be playing later, who are on 0 points. But for now, it is Gokulam Kerala who go to 10 points along with Mohammedan Sporting and have a better goal difference. And here are the stats from today's game. More ball possession for Gokulam Kerala. Eventually more shots from TRAU, but more shots on target from the Malabarians. 8 fouls from TRAU, 9 from Gokulam Kerala. 3 yellow cards for TRAU, none for Gokulam Kerala. It was a straight red for Devansh, and quite a few corners as well for both sides. 11 shots from the TRAU side. Abraham took one from distance, and also a couple from inside the box. Vidyananda with 2, and 1 apiece for Danish, Pau, Fayaz and Sunil. But at the end of the day, TRAU just not having enough of that firepower going forward and not finishing the chances that they created. For Gokulam Kerala, 10 shots, 6 from Alex Sanchez, who could have maybe even not got a hat-trick, but a double hat-trick today. He'll have to settle for 2 goals, and a shot from Comron, Nofal and Edu Bedia as well. 8 fouls from TRAU, Abraham with 4, Balde, Fayaz, Sunil and Thomas with 1 each, and a few of them going into the referee's book as well. A few fouls from Gokulam Kerala. Hakku with a couple, Devansh, Edu, Comron, Nidhin and Nili Perdomo with 1 each, and it was that big foul from Devansh which got him the red card. As we take a look at the highlights from the game, it started off within the first 15-20 seconds. Nofal getting another assist. The touch came off Fayaz. It set up so nicely for Alex Sanchez, who just cannot miss. That's what we thought until the rest of the game unfolded. What a start for him. Then Abraham, as usual, had a bit of a spark, but that was diminished with a save from Devansh. Then another gift wrapped up nicely like a box of sweets during Diwali for Sanchez. He was given a few other gifts but wasn't able to take it. This one hit the post. Nofal could not finish another one. And that was half time at Kalyani Stadium. Then TRAU had a few chances. Comron came in, took this shot. This was a chance from distance as well from Vidyananda, which was saved there by Devansh. A big talking point, Devansh taking down Balde, who was through on goal. Definitely a last man challenge and a red card given by Deepu Roy, who was good at officiating today. Nili Perdomo almost set one up, but it wasn't meant to be. They tried and tried hard for their third goal, did Gokulam Kerala, but as you can see, the frustration just kept on. Nili Perdomo towards the end really got his groove on, but Mithun did quite well to make sure that it was not another drubbing for TRAU, but it was only 2 goals. Then Justin came on. Thomas had to stop him quite a bit. There were fouls galore from TRAU to try and stop Gokulam Kerala, and at the end of the day, a few yellow cards were dished out as well. Edu Bedia almost crowned this game with a goal, but it was another great performance from him and from Gokulam Kerala, and eventually I don't think TRAU can complain about too much, because even though they were down, their opponents were down to 10 men, they still could not get a goal. And that's how we end things here at Kalyani Municipal Stadium. It is Gokulam Kerala with a brace from Alex Sanchez, who beat TRAU by 2-0. And this is myself, Liam Bain, signing off along with Steve Leon. We'll join you in a few moments' time for another fixture in the I-League. Thank you for watching and goodbye.